Hi there, welcome to Daytime. I'm Cindy Edwards.
I'm Dave Neva. Thank you very much for tuning in today to the show. We are a little bit excited.
Dave's all aflutter today.
I'm a little bit, flushed.
Just a little bit. Meeting some heroes today.
Idols of mine are here today. If you grew up, in the early 70s or whatever, you remember these guys, right? Yeah, that's the Doobie Brothers. It's the Doobies, and I was digging around through my vinyl, and that's their newest CD. We'll get to that in a few minutes, but I was digging around through my albums and stuff, and I couldn't find my albums, Toulouse Street and all the other stuff, but I did find
your cassette. My
cassette of the Doobie Brothers' greatest hits. Just to give you guys an idea of how long these guys have been around, this is the Doobie Brothers' greatest hits. This was put out in 1976. So that's,
And you do have the 8-track, right?
I did have the 8-track. I don't know if I still have the 8-track or not.
Okay, good.
I don't know.
Well, today's your lucky day.
I know. I'm very excited. They're here with us. In fact, they're just like inches away.
The Doobie Brothers, they've been paving the way.
That's right.
From the get-go with songs like China Grove and Long Train Runnin' and Blackwater, and they rocked our world, and they still are to this day.
That's right. There have been lots of personnel changes along the way, lots of albums and countless gold records and Grammys. The Doobie Brothers are indeed with us today right here on our couch, and we're very lucky to pretty much be joined by the core of the group, Tom Johnson, Pat Simmons, and John McPhee.
Yeah, and what an honor. Welcome to Daytime, all of you.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you very much. Good to be here. How are you? What a ride it's been, huh?
We're good, yeah.
How do you explain the longevity?
Airplay.
How does it airplay?
Yes. When you just get old, it kind of happens.
But you still like each other.
Oh yeah.
Or do you?
Intensely.
Sometimes.
And you guys really were like you were the start. I mean, back then you guys were called PUD.
Well,
I believe
that was a really brief stint.
Whose idea was PUD?
It was mine.
Really?
I'll take the fall for it.
Is there a reason behind PUD?
Well, did you ever chew Fleer's bubblegum?
Sure.
That's where PUD came from.
Ah, okay.
PUD was the little comic guy.
Exactly. Now that makes
sense. As opposed to what other people might think.
Right. And of course we could speculate on the current name.
Well, no, let's talk about this. Who came up with the Doobie Brothers? The name the Doobie Brothers.
A guy named Keith Rosen.
Okay. He was a friend?
He was living on 12th Street with the rest of us. And
were you all sharing a house?
Some of us in the band were, and then it was like the music center of San Jose at the time. There was a lot of people playing music all the time. I mean, I'd come home I was going to San Jose State at the time. I think Pat was too as well. And I would come home, and there was always music playing. I may not know who it was making the music, but they were always in the basement. It was always loud, and it was always going on.
Sounds like a fun house to live in.
It was.
Not a lot of sleep, but who needs that when you're in college?
Not prolific as far as schoolwork goes, but it was. Right. I was an art major, so it didn't matter.
And the Doobie Brothers came out of that house because of whatever was happening.
You said somebody made a suggestion that you guys enjoyed certain substances so much it just made sense. At the time and in the era,
That's the rumor.
That's a long time ago.
A long time ago, and things were different back then.
Yeah, and I wouldn't say it was, it was a widespread thing. It wasn't just in that house.
Oh, you're right about that. You're right. You're right.
There were other people.
Nobody's pointing fingers.
Yes.
You're still making music. You've got a new CD called World Gone Crazy.
We do.
Let's talk about this.
Let's do that.
Is it like the old sound, new sound? How have you changed?
I think you will find that it's a very versatile sound for this band. It's gone in directions we've never tried before. And what really surprises me about this album is that people that hear it, no matter the fact that it is diverse and goes in different directions, you still say it still sounds like vintage Doobie.
Yeah.
And I'm going, in my mind, when we were creating it, I was going, no, not really. I mean, yeah, you've got the same guys singing, so therefore that's an identifier. But
well, your voice is so distinct, and it's one of the best voices in. It's so distinct.
Distinctive, yes.
It's probably one of the greatest rock and roll male voices in history, and who can't recognize that and say, "Wow, that's the Doobies, and that's Tom Johnson."
Yeah, well, that's not something I think about a lot, but thank you very much.
What do you think of the state of the music business today? Do you think it's exciting? Do you think it all sounds the same? What do you think of
There's
shows?
a music business?
Yeah. What do you think of what's going on? And there's a lot of bubblegum pop out there, and a lot of people making a lot of money who can't necessarily sing.
You are Frank.
What are your thoughts on that?
You pretty much just covered it.
Do you listen to a lot of popular radio?
It's always been that way. There's always been
No.
talented artists and artists that are more bubblegum.
Right.
You know, I
Prefabs.
think.
That's true, actually. And,
There's a lot of great musicians
people out there that
still.
can play.
When you're in the car, what are you listening to? Are you putting in your CDs, or are you?
You want to know the truth? I listen to satellite radio.
Do you?
Do you?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I pretty much can govern what I'm going to listen to. If I want to listen to jazz, I'm going to listen to jazz. It depends.
What about your families? I mean, it's been a long time. You guys all have, I assume most of you have children, grandchildren. You took them on the road with you at times, right? There's video on the DVD that comes with your new CD of you guys traveling in the old days, and the little kids and the
Actually, it's not that long ago.
big family. Big family. You were quite an entourage there for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still around, and they
Kids
come out.
pretty much raised on the road.
They come out and play with us on stage on occasion.
That was really cool to see the girls. I don't know whose girls they were, Patrick. I don't know, John, or there were somebody's girls with the tambourines out.
That were one of them was Tommy's daughter and my son. Actually, Tommy's daughter and son, and my son, and then some of the kids from the cruise kids.
Do you guys only see each other now when you get together to record and then tour, or do you see each other when you're not promoting?
Well, to be honest, we've been on the road a lot, so we see each other all the time. We have been out basically since June with very little time off. We just got back from Europe, and but when we're off the road, we're off the road. I think everybody, because everybody wants a break. Everybody wants to go do their own thing, and you know, if it's pay bills or if it's fix the house or whatever it is. But it also gives you time to write, gives you time to go.
Yeah,
You know,
for sure.
and there hasn't been a lot of that just recently. So
We
we're
live all
looking
over the
forward to
map
that.
too. So.
Yeah.
Do
you? You're genuine, you're real, and it's a pleasure to have you here in our studios. And of course, we have to take a break, but we're not going to let you go without performing a little later.
Okay, you got to do
good.
it.
John, you were
Thanks.
way too chatty in that interview. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, you know, I have a lot to say.
We had to talk with him before we got over here. We didn't want to, keep it down.
Well, we're going to hear you play, so we're looking forward to that. So stay with us. There's more Doobie Brothers when daytime returns.